Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hi, welcome. This is Tetiana, and I'm so happy that you all joined to the very first stream of Disco VR. This is Disco VR's first anniversary. Woohoo! I never thought that this day would have come. Yeah, this has been a wild ride in just 1 year. We managed to reach almost 14,000 subscribers. This is such a humbling experience. Thank you so much for your constant support. This motivates me to do what I love, and VR is my true passion. Yeah, thank you guys. I hope you're doing great. Hey, Nikron, Cassin Cherry, Richard Guzman, Salas, Swifty, Blue Cat, Sales, The Bro Show. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for showing up, because it was so easy to not show up, and you did show up. So this is amazing. All right. Well, today is just a casual chat, and this is, like I said, the very first live stream in the channel. And you know what that means? That there's going to be bloopers. Yes, just get ready for that. Not everything is going to be perfect, but I try my best, okay? So this is going to be getting better, and I hope to have many more live streams in the future, in the near future. So this is just a way for us to, to grow closer as a community. I've never done live streams before, and this has been quite a learning curve for me. But I think that, we can do this because this is quite exciting. I love being able to chat with you guys in person just like this, and we will be playing some VR games, live streaming as well. And yeah, so today we're just gonna have this chat, and I will answer some of your questions that you sent to me. Thank you for your questions. Yeah, a little Q&A session for this very first stream. Okay, so howdy. Yes, thank you so much for your support. Thank you very much for highlighting my jellyfish. This is my sidekicks. I would never be able to reach where I am without them. No, they are not real, but my feelings for them are, because they are awesome. So this is a lava lamp. Okay, I just love these jellyfish, and you can get them on Amazon. They're actually not that difficult to find, but yeah, this is just something that I've had since the very first video. If you scroll all the way down to September, maybe 10th, 2020, my very first video, but the jellyfish are there, so they have to stay here. Okay, thank you for your congratulations. Yes, so we will start with the Q&A. This is not prepared. I did not. Yes. Okay, let's go. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit excited because there are so many chats here, and I want to answer your questions here as well. But I think that we will start with the questions that were sent to me in the form that I sent out on my Discord and on my Twitter. And by the way, if you are not following me on Twitter and on Instagram yet, please do so, because I actually post a whole lot of different behind-the-scenes information there, and you might get some spoilers about what kind of videos will be on the channel. So there's going to be, just a little bit of extra connection to me and to what I'm doing with the channel. So yeah, I highly recommend that. And of course, the Discord, where I hang out and have some chats with our beautiful community, and some of the people that are in the chat today are the members of the community and the moderators and admins there. So thank you so much for checking in. Okay, so we will start with the first question. And right here, the question sent by Nikron: what made you get into VR gaming? VR/gaming, and that's a very good question. And I think mostly, gaming, because VR happened way after that. So I really got into VR much further down the line. But gaming for me started when we got our very first PC. I think I was maybe 8 or 9 years old, and we had this huge box the computer, Windows 95. Well, actually, my gaming started on a DOS operational system, and I was playing some LucasArts classics like Indiana Jones, Monkey Island, and The Day of the Tentacle. Those are forever in my heart. And we were playing these games with my brother. I have an older brother, And yeah, I'm pretty sure that he is the very big reason why I got into gaming, at least since I was little. And then I just took it on and, was gaming on my own. And I love doing it. I still love gaming, like playing flat screen games because, well, life can get tough sometimes and can get stressful. And you need an outlet to unwind. And every person has a different way that they unwind. And gaming is one of these things for me. But honestly, it's not just when you're upset or when you have problems and you just want to disconnect from the world. No, it can just be a difficult day, or it's just a way for you to relax and after work, even if you love your job. So yeah, I would say that since the earliest years, my very first computer and my brother were the reasons I got into gaming. And then after that, we got the very first PlayStation. And that was a whole new level of gaming for me. So I definitely started there. Okay. Hey, people. We can see some people coming up. So, hey, Zyleaf. All right. So that was the question from Nikron. Thank you so much for asking your question. And we will go to the next one now. How did you get to know VR from Plucat? Hey, Plucat, if you're here. So VR and VR gaming and VR in general came way later. And some of you may know, since I have talked a little bit about this on the Next Dimension podcast, I'm also a doctoral student in the learning technologies or educational technologies. And that was a long way. I'm still studying, so busy times. But pretty much that's how I discovered VR, like the today's state of VR, not something that was 5 or 6 years ago, even though I did try VR for the first time, which was Samsung Gear, and that was probably around 5 years ago. But I don't consider that a moment that I got excited about it. I think that at that time, my life was quite different back then. I wasn't looking into exploring these technologies, and the stage of VR that was there was not probably enough to get me too excited enough to dedicate a lot of time into exploring it. But in this program, I started learning more about it, and my dissertation is actually on virtual reality. But aside from dissertation, I also wanted to have a fun and more engaging and interactive and practical outlet to discover VR technologies, hence the channel. So I got my Oculus Quest and I started learning about it, and my mind was slowly exploding. And that's how I got into this technology. And this has been a wonderful journey so far, and one I'm so excited to continue for years and years to go. Yeah, all right. Let's go to the next question. And yes, you may ask some questions here, but I'm not sure if I will, if we may have the time to answer them. But yeah, if you ask something here, I will try to answer those as well. But I will go through the questions that were sent to me as a Q&A. Okay. So, what inspired you to start creating YouTube videos? From an anonymous user. Okay. Well, I think I partially maybe talked a little bit about that because I was exploring these technologies in my doctoral program. I needed to have an outlet for virtual reality explorations outside of the academia, because academia can be very theoretically loaded and not enough engaging and practical. And I really wanted to get out there and see what's going on. And I thought that I will do it anyway, but maybe that would be interesting for someone else. So I thought that I would be creating these videos as I am discovering these different VR discovering. Do you see where I'm going with there? So the channel's name was Discover. And that was the original idea behind it, that I would be discovering everything that has to do with virtual reality and how it can be used for entertainment, for education, for training, for building social connections and all of that. And I think that, when I started, I saw that there's so much potential in it, and people are responding to this type of content because it's very unusual, and it's if you've never tried VR, it's really difficult to explain what it's like. And the videos is probably like this YouTube content that you see is probably the closest it gets to it. So it encourages a lot of people to try it for the very first time. And I really hope that some of my videos did maybe help people make the decision to get their first VR set and try this experience on their own. And I think that's really, really inspiring when you do something like that. Okay, let's go on to the next one. How did you get into the SideQuest team? Ooh, some of you may not know that. Thank you for this question, but recently I've accepted the position of a community manager at the one and only SideQuest. This has been mind-blowing so far because I love the company. I love the company culture, everything about it. And being able to join their team and actually take an active role in supporting VR developers is a dream come true. And how did I get there? Well, SideQuest is a company, and it's a growing company. And they have been expanding their team lately and hiring like crazy. They actually have a lot of opportunities there. They're hiring professionals for different positions. And they found me fit for the position of the community manager. And the big reason for that was the YouTube channel that I created. And that was very humbling to me because I put my heart and soul in this channel. And what I do with it, it comes from my heart. And I'm really, truly passionate about VR. And for them to recognize it and to find the value in what I'm doing for their company was extremely humbling experience for me. But just like, it's just like any other job. You get hired for it. So I'm super excited to be a part of that beautiful team, and you will probably be seeing more of me a little bit soon. All right, so that's a different topic. I did talk a little bit about what I do and what I will be doing with that in the Next Dimension podcast that was yesterday. So you can actually go ahead and watch that. It was quite interesting. Okay, and then we have one more question from the Master ZD. What do you plan to do for subscriber milestones? And that's actually something I haven't planned specifically yet. I don't want to set a very definitive decisions of what I'm going to do with subscriber milestones, because I want these decisions to come from the community part as well. So I don't want to leave them out of it. So when we are getting closer to a major milestone, and the next major one is probably going to be 20,000 subscribers, 15 will be like a smaller one. We'll see if we'll get something small as well. But for a major milestone, we will make these decisions together. So if you join the Discord, we will have polls, we will have discussions, and it can be either a big giveaway, either a quest giveaway or a newest game giveaway, or a community meetup in VR, which is also something that I have not done before. And I thought I would do it for the 10,000 milestone, but life happened and some other things took my time away from that. But we did have a voice chat session on the Discord that time when we had 10,000. So we will see how it go. We will see what you guys would find interesting, because the plans for the subscriber milestone, it's not for me, it's for you. And I really want to have more engagement with you guys and to have more interactions and to pay you back for all this beautiful support that you're giving me over this past year. So this is the path that I'm going to be following if Yeah, if that makes sense. All right. So these are all the questions. Thank you so much for those of you who send them to me right there in the form. I am going to also check out the chats. So what are you guys are talking about here? Okay, so Google from Post and Discord server. Yes, Cass and Chari is a big hit. Thank you for joining, Cass and Chari. Jellyfish names. Oh, wow. You know, I just call them my little helpers. I have them on my Discord too. They're helping me there. They help me moderate my Discord server. Okay. Friday Night Funking. No, Zylif, I have not tried that one. I am an 80s fan a little bit. That's why I was really open to the Disco VR transformation of the Discover channel. Also because Discover channel sounds way too much like Discovery Channel, and that's not the similarity I was going for. And Disco VR just sounds like, you know, really hype and fun, and I liked the feel and I went with it. But now it's a play on words because we are discovering VR games and technologies while having fun as Disco VR. Okay. I have not played Gorilla Tag. I really haven't. And the reason is I'm still prepping my VR legs a little bit to that. That game does seem like it might be a little heavy on the overall feel. I'm getting much better than a year ago with this kind of games. Like I played Jupitergrad, or should I say Jupitergrad? Yeah, that one was quite difficult to sort of get used to. I thought it would be more difficult than it was. So maybe I should play Gorilla Tag. That could be an interesting game to play for one of the milestones that we hit. Yeah. Yes, the clock is wrong. Yeah, because every time I disconnect it, I will have to set it up again. I'm way too lazy to do that. Okay. Well, how many languages do you speak? Good question. So, if many of you may know, I'm Ukrainian and I speak Ukrainian, but I also speak Russian. Both of these are my native languages. Well, Ukrainian is my native language. Russian is, I'm fluent in it, but I don't consider it my native language. And I speak English. And, well, other languages, I can't say that I speak them, but I would say that I have studied them at some point. And with enough practice, I would be able to maybe have like a very simple conversation in German, Greek, and Turkish. Yeah, but don't take my word on it. I don't think that, you know, right now I don't have enough practice in those languages, but the ones that I am fluent in is Ukrainian, Russian, and English. Thank you for your question. Awesome. Yes, Roblox has VR support. Awesome. I should try it sometime. And Gorilla Tag might be quite dangerous to play in a small, confined space. Yeah. Hello, virtual overtime. Hi, Victor. Yes. Привет. Well, so thank you for your questions and for joining in. Actually, today we are also going to check out one game, and partially that is also to try out streaming of a virtual reality game from Oculus Quest. When I'm streaming from Quest, unfortunately, I won't be able to see the chat. So this is going to be more like a demonstration. So I'm not leaving just yet. I'm still here in the chat. I'm seeing what you guys are saying. But when I get in the game, I won't be able to see the chat. So we are going to check out Puzzling Places. And Puzzling Places is a game that has come such a long way. Like when I first started VR and Quest, the Oculus Quest 1, I was checking out SideQuest. Puzzling Places was like the first game I tried on SideQuest, and it blew my mind because of how polished and beautiful and zen it was, even though it's so simple. Like the game in its simplicity is genius. Because I will try the trailer here. If you have not tried the game yet, Oh my gosh, you really should. If you like relaxing and like zen, chill games, kind of like putting jigsaw puzzles together, this is the feeling that this game gives you. And when we first started, this game on SideQuest had only one puzzle, that beautiful Armenian castle, and that was enough to hook up so many people to this idea. And now they added 16 different puzzles, well, 15 plus the original castle that they had. And what is the probably the major change and the update now that this game is on Oculus Store is that we now can choose the difficulty level of the puzzle. So you can play the same puzzle as 25 pieces, 50, 100, and all the way to 400 pieces. So this just completely, it's a game changer, because you can play any game if you want to just have a relaxing time and you don't want to sit for days putting together one and the same piece, and or you want or you can if you want to, because it's just one of those things that can take hours and hours if you choose the right difficulty. And another thing that really surprised me, all 5 stars. When you put on your Quest 2, that's the game that says exactly 5 stars, not 4.9, 5. And I don't think I have seen a game that had such a high rating. People absolutely love it, and I thought that I would check it out because it's a nice static game. And I'll just, check out what differences are in this game compared to the original one. I've only played that first castle. That was the Armenian castle. And maybe today we will check out something different, because some of these places, they are locations, but not all of them. Like, I think one of them is like a kimono suit. So that's, something different. Okay, so again, thank you everyone for joining. And those of you who are coming up, we are going to take a very short break, like a 2-minute break, for me to set up the equipment and change the camera. And I'll be right back with you. All right. Okay, I'm back, and unfortunately I won't be able to see what you guys are saying in the chat, but I will come back after the game to chat with you guys about this game and your thoughts. Okay, I hope that you can see everything that I'm seeing right now. Yes, and this is the game, Puzzling Places. You can see that we have 16 puzzles right there, and this is the very first puzzle that we had in the original game when it first came to SideQuest. And right here, okay, hold on just a second. All right, so When you choose any of these puzzles, you can download it directly on your Quest. So the game itself is quite small, but once you download all of these puzzles, it will take around 2 gigs. Okay, so, and when you choose any of them, there's a lot of information about each of these puzzles. So for example, this one is some restaurant in Osaka, Japan. It gives you the information about the person who rendered this model and the scale and even some tags. Now, the tags is kind of interesting because you can filter all the puzzles here. And it seems like it's unnecessary, right? Because we only have 16 and you can see all of them here. But don't be fooled. You know that it's coming. So many more puzzles will be coming because why not? If people want the content, there's so much that can be created here. And I can already see like a couple of months from now, there will be so many puzzles scrolling down there. You can filter them by this text, by the scale. Yeah. All of this is coming, so this is going to be great. All right. And when you choose any puzzle that you want to do, you can select the difficulty, 25 pieces, 50, all the way to 400 pieces if you really want to play hardcore. But if not, then we can start with something simple like 25 pieces. And this is probably what we're going to go for in this demonstration. We will do this kimono just because I think that this is very unique. All of these are locations and this is the only one that's not, and it's quite interesting. Yeah, so let's start. Oh, oh, it saved the data. Oh, this is your blooper. Okay, so I uninstalled the game and then I installed it again, but the data was saved. So here it is, the kimono that I've created. It's beautiful, but that was only 25 pieces. We can see all these pictures, but let me go back because I really want to show you the one that I haven't tried yet. So here's what you can do when something like this happens to you. There are different player profiles here. So if you're sharing your quest with more people and you don't want to share your saved data with them, you want them to do their puzzles on their own, you can just choose a different profile. And then you will see that, see how it's on 0% now. So now they can do this puzzle as well. So this is pretty handy, right? So I couldn't, I forgot to delete my data here. I actually could have done it just by clicking on this delete button. But this is a good learning experience, right? So if you want, you can simply choose it, 25 pieces. That's going to be our very first puzzle. And we'll start. And just take a moment to appreciate how chill this environment is. It's so quiet and so peaceful, beautiful blue color around you, very, very zen. So if you need to unwind, just find an app on the VR that will get you relaxed, almost like in a meditative state. This is the app for you. And these are 25 pieces, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but it still takes you a little bit of time to get these. You can see all these 2D images showing you this model, the final model, from all different angles. And the closer you get it to your eyes, the more detail you see. And you can just put it back when you're done with it. They all stay in these places wherever you put them. So if I want them right here, they will stay there. And this is very, very handy. Now we'll put a few pieces together. Okay. Some of these models, maybe not this one, but some of them also have the insides. So if you're building I don't know, a church or some castle, you may also be building the inside of that castle, and then you can literally walk inside that building. That's really, really cool. All right, so we will put just a few things here just to show you how that works, and I'll get back to the chat to see what you guys think about it. If this is the kind of game that you would like, or is this too slow and you might not, find it interesting. But it's all about expectations. If you're not expecting action, if you know that you're just getting a slow meditative game, that this is probably the best you can think of. Yeah, because this is super satisfying when you're putting these pieces together and when they fit. Okay, so for example, this is what I'm building right now. This is in 2D, but I can check out these different angles, and it's pretty amazing. And let's see. And just how gorgeous this kimono looks. So colorful, so pretty. Yeah. So last time I did this, I think it took me about, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. I'm not going to put all of it today, but this is just to say it's not elementary. To even 25 pieces is not something that you put like in 5 minutes and you're done. You're still spending around like 15 if you're really good, or 20 minutes to put it together. And this is just, 20 minutes of complete relaxation and meditation and doing something almost with your hands, because you are rotating them, you're finding the right angle, you're examining these pictures. So this is really, really beautiful game that really sets you in the mood of unwinding and relaxing after a hard work day. If anything is stressing you out, this is a beautiful way to deal with that kind of stress. And this is definitely my to-go app. And now that there are more puzzles, it's going to be even more exciting to play them, because you can choose your difficulty. If you don't want it too challenging, you can make it easy. If you want to work on it for a few days, you make it 400 pieces. And then it's going to take you a really long time to do all 16 puzzles. So it's great. And I'm looking forward to where this app will go from here, because I expect to see so many more puzzles. All right, well, so this was the look of the game. I wanted to show you that we can change the environment right here. So we have this beautiful blue environment, but we can change it to different color combinations. So for example, this is more of a pinkish or all gray. So the actual environment is not changing, but just the colors around it. And you can make them custom. You can make the blue sky, or maybe a little bit like it's a sunset, like a little bit yellow maybe. Yeah, I like it blue. Ooh. I like that it changes dynamically so that you can see how you're making the differences in the color. Ooh. I think I'm good with white clouds and green grass. Not very creative, I agree. But I like it. Okay. So this is how you can change your environment here. And there's a few other things that they added here. So you can take a peek inside what you're creating. But this will work better when we are making a bigger piece. So if you want to see, for example, what's inside, you can take this eye and you place it here, and it temporarily removes parts of this puzzle and shows you what's inside and what kind of pieces you may put there. This is very helpful. It's a great idea. I wouldn't have thought about it, but it works. Okay, and you can also group puzzles together. I haven't tried it yet, but it will work really well when you have more than 25. If you're with 100, you can group them. If you think that they all belong to the same part of the puzzle, and you don't want to move them one by one, you just want to move them as a group. So they did some really good quality of the life improvements to this game. And I haven't tried any big puzzles yet, but I definitely will, because they provide all the tools that you need to make it manageable and less overwhelming if you have so many puzzles around you. All right. So now I'm going to get back, and I want to hear what you guys think about this game, if you think that this is something that you would enjoy. Okay. See you very soon. Hey guys, I'm back and I want to apologize. There was one question that I missed when I was switching through the Q&A questions from Ray Holder. If Ray Holder is here, I do apologize for missing your question. I think I just skipped through it without seeing it, so another blooper to the very first stream. I'm sorry. Okay, so the question that I missed is this one, and that was a really good one. I was actually, looking forward to this question. So, as a fellow VR researcher, I find that people think I just play games, which I do a lot, but not all the time. Same. And most of my time is looking at VR being used for education. So I would like to know is, what area of VR is your PhD researching, and do you have any publications we can read? That's a very thoughtful question, and I really appreciate that. I think that I share that kind of idea that people do think that I play games a lot, but I definitely play a lot of games, but not for my PhD research. But the research that I do is in virtual reality used for language learning, because I used to be a language educator in the past, in my former life, and now I'm exploring how VR can be used to learn languages, and there are some interesting tools that are created for that. But the fun part is that there are very few of those tools. So usually when researchers are trying to find out how to use VR to learn languages, they are not going to commercial products. They are designing their own. So they are either hiring Unity developers, or they have their own team in the university that is creating their own prototype of a VR app to study languages. And that's pretty interesting to me, because it means that there's still a lot of market in VR apps for language learning. We don't have enough. But some of the things we do have, I guess. One of the first videos I did in the past on this channel was on Immerse Me, and that's a language learning app, browser-based app for virtual reality. And of course there's Mondly VR, recently came out on Quest as well. So I've just finished doing a systematic review, and that's a big sort of phrase, but it basically means that I was looking at everything that has been done in the field of immersive virtual realities and language learning from the academic perspective. So I looked at all the academic articles and studies that were focusing on language learning as an intervention, as an experiment, and I wanted to see what's the state of this field. Is there anything done? Do we know that it's effective? Do we not know that it's effective? So what surprised me is that it was actually very little done in this field. And there's still so much to be explored in the way that virtual reality can affect learning, and specifically language learning. I do have a few publications, but I'm not going to share them here. If any of you are interested in reading them, specifically Ray Holder, if you are here, I would be happy to send you the manuscripts if you email me. I have email listed in the bio section of my channel, so this is definitely something that I'll be willing to share if you're really interested in that. I'm touched. I'm so excited when there is more research done in the field of virtual reality, and I'm always going to be encouraging it. Okay, so that is it. Thank you guys for joining. And what do you think about puzzling places? I was reading a little bit in the chat. 400 pieces does sound quite intimidating, but you can try it. Why not? This is just, you don't have to do it in only one sitting, but the game is truly a blessing. It's one of those things that just get you disconnected. The first time I played it, I think I spent about an hour there. Yeah, and I haven't even finished the castle. I really wanted to finish it. All right, well, if you've enjoyed this stream, please give it a like. And if you are not subscribed to Disco VR yet, please do so, because this is the biggest support that you can do for this channel. I want to thank everyone for joining today. This has been amazing turnout. I actually didn't expect that. And I'm so happy that you showed up and you got to connect with me a little bit through this outlet. I really hope that very soon we will do more streams like that, and I will be working on improving the quality of these streams and improving your experience being in the streams and interacting with me. This is going to be exciting. This is the new stage and a new format that we're going to be adding to Disco VR very soon. Also, remember to follow me on social media pages, either Twitter or Instagram, because I do post a lot there that does not go to YouTube. It's more of behind the scenes and some updates on the channel and my life in general. So there's a lot of the things that might be, spoiling some of the content that will be put on YouTube later. So I think that would be interesting for you guys. Thank you so much for joining once again. I hope you'll have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe, and as always, happy gaming.